Hey yo, this is for all the haters. Haters gonna suffer with this one. Lego. All these haters hating, I don't even waste my time with them. No more 9 to 5, that's that retired young living. Go and check that BBB, direct selling DSA. What you know about TVZ, Matrix, MCA. Who would ever thought 220s would be able to make me rich with no risk?
Greetings everybody. God bless. Maurice Trimble Jr. here, also known as the role model. And we also have my assistant as well as sales associate and MCA with me, Michelle Kennedy.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yes, welcome back. And we're here for we have another session of the MCA Q&A. We did one a moment ago. This is very similar to TVC marketing on Facebook, how they do TVC talk, live Facebook, actual videos where they're answering questions that you all ask, in case people have questions they want to know, dealing with MCA. We're going to be doing more of these, but really we just wanted to give back to the community, help a lot of people who do not have someone that can help them, say if they're in the MCA, doing the business side of it and they want to be more successful, they want to make more sales, they want training, they want to know how to just have this entrepreneurial business, mindset to be able to have it work for them. Well, if you don't have someone that can help you, you need to have a mentor, a coach, a role model, if you will, right? You got to have someone that's there that can walk you through the process, make it easier for you, right? It helps. I cannot speak as hundredfold how much it helps. But anyway, with that being said, we have more questions. I think we have more than 5 this time, right? A few more. So I think we have, 5, 6, 7, something. Michelle's going to read the questions, and I'm going to pretty much answer them with the Q&A. I'm a successful person in MCA. I love the company, TVC marketing, everything that they do to allow us sales associates, referral agents to be able to not only have this best protection in the world in terms of unlimited roadside assistance, lockout service, fuel delivery, flat tire, just anything that's dealing with problems you would have on the road for motorists, but also insurance, also medical, dental, legal benefits, also accidental death coverage, so far as that there's so much that MCA gives you for that small price point of $40 to join, $39.90 if I'm not mistaken, but $40 roughly to join, and then that pays for your first and your last month, and then after that you just pay $19.95 a month. They send you this card, you get this in the mail. I wear this religiously, right? And it has your name and your number on the back of the card. So this right here is very, very important. And you want to be compliant. So if you are an associate in MCA or referral agent telling people about the business, make sure you wear your card, or share your card.
Always have it with you.
Yeah, lets people know that what you represent, right? You wouldn't work for any job, for instance, without your badge, right? Or some kind of way people can identify you. So with that being said, Michelle's going to ask the questions, and I'm going to answer them for you all. All right?
Okay,
fire away.
All right. First question. How did you get successful in MCA?
How did I get successful in MCA? That's a good question. All right? I think the biggest reason why I got successful, now, mind you, the reason why I love doing these Q&As is because a lot of people want to know the mind that I have so I can help them to have the same, if not better than me. I want, just like my children, I want people to have better than what I have, because I have big goals, right? I'm talking 6, 7 figures, not yearly. We're talking about monthly, right? And it's not hard to get, with this business at its helm. The president, David Kirscher, Virgil Coffey, the owner, all the associates and the assistants and people over there at the corporate office in Oklahoma City, they're all there to help you. They do their part. As one of my many mentors said a long time ago, Tim Sales, he talked about if a company gives you 100%, that's all you can ask for, right?
That is true.
So now you need to give your 100%, right, in order for it to be successful. The problem is a lot of companies aren't matching people 100% for 100%. They're giving you subpar. So MCA, so far as for me, what I did to get successful is I had to change my mindset. That's the number one thing. And how I did that was I stumbled across, and I literally say stumbled across at a time when I was at rock bottom, right? I stumbled across many mentors, many teachers, many coaches that helped me. You know, I play basketball very, 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 very well, you know, like and one, stuff like that. You know, with the dribbling and Iverson, one of my favorites, of course, hot sauce with and one, all of that. And one way I got good, not just with music, I do music as well, songwriting, MCing, freestyling. You know, one way I got so good, I always had a coach. I always had a mentor. I always had some role model, someone I looked up to. And I can look at and ask them how I get better. You know, even if they're not there, they have videos, tutorials, something to show me how. So that's what I want to do for you. So here's my suggestion. How to get successful in MCA. MCA is a business if you do it as a business, because there's two things we're talking about here. It's the benefits side and the services, you know, and then people who want to make extra money, income coming in weekly, is the business. Right. You don't have to do the business to be involved in MCA. You can just get the protection that all motorists have, no different than your insurance, you know, and stuff like that. And you can have these benefits, you can have all of this to help you. But if you want to make extra money, and I know we all like extra money, right?
Who doesn't?
You know, money is a tool. You know, you should love to be able to get more money because it could be able to help you with better education, better health, better things for your family, your children, your loved ones. You know, there's things that money is utilized for as a tool. No different than in the old days how they used to barter, trading things, right? So anyway, with that being said, there's a rich dad, Robert Kiyosaki, my rich dad, talks about something called a cone of learning. And what that cone of learning talks about, it talks about reading. Well, there's two ways of learning. There's a passive way and there's an active way, right? That's why school is really like an old design. It's an old method, you know what I mean? Because lectures, reading, listening to someone else, that's the worst way to learn. The best way to learn is hands-on, simulation, games, doing the real thing, being engaged in discussion, you know, like we are. That's how you learn. And if you don't have someone to teach you that or to be to show you that, like how I'm showing you on camera how to do this, then how are you going to learn, right? So why I suggest reading books, and here's why. I'm going to show you some books that I use to get successful really quickly, is because reading, it lets you cut your curve down in half. If you don't like to read, then there's audiobooks where you can listen to. The purpose of getting this information is because there's some people that are dead and gone. They're not here anymore. They're not in the land of the living anymore. But you can still learn from them. If you need more role models, more teachers, more coaches, you can learn from so many people that have had success. Right. And you just pretty much just model after that, right? So I suggest this. This is a book that Michelle is looking at right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is a 20th anniversary edition because this book, 20 years ago, he wrote this book. Before all the crashes happened, all the bad things that was going on in the economy, all of that, recession, all that. And this book still holds true today. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? I suggest get this book, right? It talks about assets. That's what you want. And MCA is an asset. It's something that's going to put money in your pocket if you do it as a business, right? It's not a liability. It's not going to take money from your pocket. It's going to put money in your pocket, right? If you know how to do it right? So I suggest this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Also, his second book, Cashflow Quadrant, very powerful. Talks about that ESBI that I talked about before, right? 4 different types of way of making money in the world, you know. MCA is over here, the B, big business. And then after you make money with MCA, what I suggest to people on my team is they should then invest. Once you get money from MCA, not only reinvest back in MCA, but you want to be able to utilize that money to invest in things to where you'll never be poor, you'll never be working ever again. Like right now, it's Monday. We're not working a job. I mean, I'm not knocking people that do, but there's no need to have a job if you understand how the rich and wealthy do things, right?
That's true.
You have businesses, you have investments, have that working for you so you don't have to work anymore, right? So I suggest to get that. You already know we have Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill is another one of my mentors, right? This is how I got successful in MCA. The Richest Man in Babylon, perfect book to talk about the laws of wealth. If you don't understand the laws of wealth, it's no wonder MCA is not working that much for you. You have to understand the laws of wealth. And this is a small book. As you can see, I studied it like crazy, but it's small, right? If you don't like reading, I suggest you get to like it, right? Because readers are leaders. There is not a leader in the world I can think of, and please comment below and challenge me on this if you will. Do you know any leader in the world that hasn't read or isn't a good reader?
I don't think there is one.
Well, that doesn't like to read. I've never heard of it. It's preposterous, right? Even if they don't like reading, they make themselves learn how to read. There was a time at one point when slavery was outlawed, for us black people, right? Colored people you weren't allowed to read.
Yep.
So what does that say to someone nowadays that why did that happen? Why did they not want you to? Well, probably because they knew a lot of the jewels, the gems, the caveats, a lot of the things that really can help elevate you is in books, right? It's in reading to know it. Here's another book, Rich Dad, The Business School for People Who Like Helping People, or The Business School of the 21st Century, The Business of the 21st Century. Same book, pretty much. These are things that, it's talking about this is the new business, a new age. MCA, being able to be working online. It's an online business, and you don't have to deal with employees, inventory. You don't have to deal with supplies, real estate for your building, right? All of this is cut out. You literally just have MCA takes care of everything on their end, 100%, and you take care of on your end, just to tell people about it, just share it, to promote it. That's it. And you make money weekly, right? So that's a good book. And there's plenty of more Rich Dad books. Increase your financial IQ, right? These are things that I did to get successful. Retire Young, Retire Rich. Rich Dad, the Rich Dad Corporation has all kind of books that he's written. Before You Quit Your Job, really, really powerful book, right? I remember before I quit my job, I read that book, right? Here's a good one for all you college students out there, right? Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government, right? For instance, A stands for academia or academic, right? The people that are the smartest. C stands for capitalist. It could stand for capitalist, You don't got to be the smartest in school, Babs, because you're not book smart. You're like street smart, right? You're smart about business. Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, right? There's so many we can name that school was not their thing, but that didn't stop them or deter them for being how big behemoths of the world as they are now in business, right? They hired A students to do their work, right? And B students work for the government. You heard of this word, bureaucrats, right? Bureaucracy, right? So yes, why you think this world is in this turmoil that it's in right now, so far as the economy, I'm saying, because we have A students, B students in charge, right? No offense of all, but being real here, okay? The financial state that we're in is bad because people who are running the country and in charge, they don't know about money. They don't understand about money. That's why they keep printing more of it, putting the world in more turmoil and putting the dollar to be less value, and everything's just going to crap, right? So anyway, tax-free wealth. I got a couple more books here. I suggest this book. And these are books I suggest. This lets you know about taxes. Taxes are not bad. You should want to pay taxes. The only thing is you should want to pay the little amount to no amount if you're doing what the government wants you to do. You want the government as your ally. You want them on your side. Because if you're making more money with MCA, you can invest in real estate. The government will give you tax breaks for that. You don't have to pay tax for that. If you have a lot of real estate, right? You're helping people who need homes, right? You can invest in tax liens and tax deeds, real estate. You can invest in oil. We need oil. This is things that the government will give you tax breaks on this because you need it. We need it, right? What else? We need clothes. We need food, right? These are things that we need in the economy. So with MCA, the money that you can make, if you know how to utilize that MCA, is good. It's like the best thing ever because your taxes will be low, right? It's a business. And then you invest to make your taxes even more lower, than that. So it really it's just a different mindset, right? And then this book, Your First Year in Network Marketing, right? Even though MCA is direct sales, it's not network marketing, in a way you're sharing with people and you're getting residual income because the people who they tell, you get $6 for them. So like I got Michelle involved. If Michelle tells anybody, I make $6 per person. Now, does that mean, which one do you think is better? If you go to school and go to college, remember all the teachers that you've ever had in college or high school or elementary school.
Right.
Do they make any money off of you?
No.
Out of all your life, all the money you made? No. And they taught you. Imagine, if you will, if you teach others and they go out there and they teach, you making money off everybody for the rest of your life. Don't that make sense? That's a better model, right? You can make a lot of money. So is it my prerogative and is it my obligation to help Michelle to do better and get more successful? Yes.
Certainly not.
Because if certainly not. The idea would be, that's dumbfounded. If I wouldn't, why would I not want to help you get more successful? Because the more successful you get, I make more money.
Right.
And really indirectly, I'm helping so many others because all those people she helped, it pretty much came from me helping her. I planted the seed within her so she can go and help everybody else. So it just makes sense, right? And Law of Success, like I said, I talked about this in the last video. Look at that, it's like thick like a Bible, this book, Napoleon Hill again, right? So anyway, those are books that I had to help me successful. So sorry, that's a long about answer, but it wasn't a short answer. Why I got successful in MCA is because I studied, and more studied, right? But it's worth studying. Because if you can have a way to where you don't have to work at all ever again, and you could be with your kids, your family, your loved ones, why would you not? Isn't that worth studying?
Yes.
Some people go to school 3, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, all their life, from elementary, grammar, high school, college, and they still gotta work.
And still can't get the job that they really want either.
Yeah, so anyway. Next question. I know that was a long. Hope I answered your question there. That's how I got successful. I got coaches. I got mentors. I studied from people, learned from them. I learned from people that failed too. So people that had success and people that failed. I learned from both. And that's how I got successful. I just applied it to the MCA business. That was it.
Okay. Next question. Why did you choose to join MCA?
Well, I chose MCA. It's a great question. Why did I choose MCA? I chose MCA, Michelle, because there's no other vehicle I can think of. There's plenty of businesses, and I have multiple businesses I'm involved in, just like I have multiple investments I'm involved in. But there's no other business I can think of that's so the cost of entry, like to join, to become a part of it, not only the benefit side, but you can also make money with the business side. It's so cheap. It's so low. It's $40. I mean, I had to pause there. That's ridiculous. Where do you know on earth that you're going to have a business? Please, someone comment this below. Where do you know on earth that you're going to have a business and the whole business runs for $40 to start it and then $20 a month to run it?
There is no way.
That's crazy. I mean, that's bewildering when I first heard of that. All you need to know is the know-how, the information, the education to know how to make it work for you, and that's it. $20 bill. I mean, when you get one person to join an MCA, when you share this with someone, like your benefits, your services, the unlimited services that we have, you share that with somebody and they join because of you, right? You get $80. So you just got, 4 months of your membership for free for that one person. So in other words, doing math here, because I love math. You got 3 people to join, that's $240. You just paid for your whole year. That's crazy, right? So there's no other business I know you can do that. So that's why I joined MCA. I loved it. And that's why I promote it so hard. You know, that's why I have the MCA Mixtape. You know, I use my talents of music to make the music mix. That's why I brand myself the way I do. You know, I literally have clothes that I go buy without no name brand on them, so I can put the brand of MCA on it. From headbands, hats, clothes, MCA gives you the logo. When you join, they give you the logo. So, I mean, you could put that on anything. Every single city or state you live in, I'm sure they have an embroidery. They have screen printing. They have a place you can go, whether it's the malls, whether it's online. You can Google it, look it up, and you can get that shit, send the logo to them, and they can stitch it on whatever you want, whatever you wear. So I wear it proudly, MCA, TVC. Love it. Love it to death. Anyway, hoping to answer your question, you know. That's why I joined. It's a low cost, low risk, but you get a great gain, a great gigantic gain. And it's going to continue. It's not going to stop. There's a lot of longevity. The company's been here 90 years. They have great support from the owner to the president, all the way down. So that's why I joined.
Okay. So how did you get the name, The Role Model?
The role model. How I got that name? Well, I remember when I first was about to join MCA, and there was another company I was going to join as well, that I did join, dealing with the stock market, forex, currencies, stuff like that. And I was thinking, I never forget, I was with my ex at that time, and I was actually thinking, how can I start a movement with this? How can I use my music ability to start a movement with this too? And that's where I thought, well, I was blessed, unlike some people. Some people don't have. A lot of my peers growing up didn't have a father, right? It had single mother. So I had a mother and a father, even though my mother got very sick when I was young, diagnosed with arthritis, things of that nature. So she couldn't walk for at least about 4 or 5 years of my life. And I had to take care of her with that. I had to help her, administer her drugs, massaging her, doing all this to rehabilitate her back, because we couldn't afford a nurse, right? So I had to do these things. I had to bathe her. She showed me how to cook, clean, bake, all this stuff. Stuff that a normal 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old shouldn't have to do, right? But my dad picked up 2 jobs because of that. So I've seen all my life, I've seen them until I was like 8, 9 years old. I had my mom and my dad. But when I got to around 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, around them ages, my dad was always gone. I only saw him on the weekend. So it was kind of like I was thrown into like a joint custody thing, because I only saw him on the weekend when he took me to play ball at the YMCA, stuff like that. So to me, I never forget though, all my life seeing he didn't cheat, he didn't step out on her, he stayed. He just picked up 2 jobs, one job to take care of all her medical bills and stuff like that, the other job to take care of the house. He was a true man, cut from a different cloth, right? Old school, you know what I mean? Grew up around the slavery times, right? I'm the only child, so I did my job, what I was supposed to do. I love my mom, of course. You know, no one else is going to do it, right? But he was a true role model. And that's how I came up with that name. I said, you know what? I want to exemplify what my father has done. You know, of course, I failed in a lot of areas personally in my life with certain things of that nature. But one thing I can say I have succeeded in is, so far as being a man of faith, being a man after God's own heart, being a man that's striving to get better, right? I want to be a role model to others. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I do a lot of this stuff for free, the trainings with MCA, to help people to get where they need to be. Because to be successful with money and to be successful in life are 2 different things, right? Money is not everything. Like I said, money is a tool to get what you need. Being successful in life, to me, is no different than what MLK, Gandhi, Christ, Jesus, many people, from Muhammad to Malcolm X, but there's so many. Mandela, there's so many examples. Harriet Tubman, there's so many examples out there, right? people like these names of these demeanors that I just said, they were about helping humanity. Even Rich Dad, you know, their mission, which is helping humanity. That's what it's about, right? Right. So I believe that the role model, there's no other name that it exemplify more than anything than being a role model. You are a role model looking at this. You just may not know it yet, right? Everybody has children. You're a role model to those children. If you have peers, you know, siblings, and you're the older or the younger, you might be a role model to them, you know. So everyone has someone that's looking up to you, that's looking up to them. Here's the question that you got to ask yourself. What are you going to do to help that person's life be better than what it is? Because you can do something to influence another. Napoleon Hill always says, watch what you say, the words you say, because the seed, the words that you say is like a seed that you could plant in someone's mind, and they can either make their life better or make it worse. Right? So that's why I feel about being a role model. So that's how I got the name, and people just started calling me that. You're a good role model, or you're a good teacher. So I just ran with it, and I use it for music and everything. Plus I don't curse, and I'm not negative in my music and obscenities and all of that, but I got just as skilled music as anyone else out there, whether it's Splatterhouse, Eminem's group, anyone you could think of. I have good lyrical content, so I just don't curse. I don't feel you have to curse to get your point across and to be to get it out there, the message. So, but that's why I use the name the role model. Next question. What else we got?
Excuse me.
These are getting good, huh?
Yeah.
I know I'm saying a lot, but I want to make sure I strike home the points here with these questions that y'all asked. So hopefully I'm answering your questions. Probably long about way, circumnavigating all the way around to answer it, but hopefully I'm answering the question. All right?
All right. What are the pros and cons of MCA? And meaning the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, that's a good question. Every company has bad, every company has good. If I remember I said, and if you looked at my last video when we did a Q&A, we talked about 3 sides to a coin, right? Heads, tails, and the edge. The edge, you can stand and you can look at both sides, see which one you want to be on. That's intelligence right there. You don't just take one side. You're not biased.
Right.
You can look at both sides and decide. That's intelligent, right? Good, the bad, the ugly. I would say there's a lot of good with the benefits and services MCA gives. It's no different than AAA, but it's just, to me, this is my perspective, okay? You know, it's light years better than any other motor club out there, AAA, assistance, you know, things of this nature. Now we've added insurance. Right? So it's so much good that you can have with this company. And them paying you just makes it even better, because they're paying us because they don't do the advertising like the other big companies do. Right. We're the advertising. So I don't know how much better and good you can get than that, right? They pay us. They cut the advertising budget so they don't got to pay all that money, and they use raving happy customers and fans like ourselves. They use us to promote, right? So I haven't seen anything bad. I mean, even when they pay us the money, when we tell others about it, they pay on time. Every Friday, direct deposit. I've even gotten direct deposits on Thursday into my bank. So I think the only bad, if I had to say, and you've experienced this, right, is, you know, when people flash money. Right. I think that's the only bad. Sometimes there's things that us associates, referral agents do out in the field. It gives others a bad name about MCA because all they do is show lifestyle, they show money, and that's fine, okay? But that's not what MCA is about. Now, if you're showing your life, okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that, of course. That's your life. But MCA is much more than just making money. You know, you're getting these benefits that most people, their job don't give them 50% off dental, off medical, prescription, eyewear, vision. Great point. You know, their job don't get 50%. 50% is nearly half. That's half. You know what I mean? And jobs don't get that much. So if MCA is giving all that and more, and at your job, you only get it when you're at work. Right. If you don't work that job anymore, you don't get them benefits. MCA is something that you're going to have as long as you pay that $20 immediately. You got them benefits coming. So I can't really think of anything bad other than that. Is flashing cash, like, hey, look how much I made, you can make this too. That's getting a bad taste in people's mouth who do not know about MCA, Motor Club of America. It's the #1 motor club in America, and people flashing cash like it's just a get rich quick thing, right? Yes, I like that you can get rich and wealthy with this company if you do it right and have a good teacher or coach to show you the right way. But at the end of the day, that's not the right way to do it. And also, you know, when not only just flashing the cash and the money, but also the bad mouthing about scam. Like, I've seen some videos in my early beginnings I used to see that say MCA is a scam, you know, or why I left MCA, right? And when you click on it, it don't got nothing to do about the scam or that. They're talking about why it's not a scam, right? So that's like false advertising. So that's the only thing bad I can say that I've seen.
That was one of my other questions that you took there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the only thing bad I've seen. I've never seen anything else other than that. And that's not on MCA. That's on the associates. That's on the distributors. That's on the referral agents like ourselves, right? That has nothing to do with MCA. So hopefully that answers your question, or whoever answered that. Bad, I don't see anything bad with it. You know, it's like company. Of course, companies have problems like any other, but I haven't seen them problems affect my paycheck. I haven't seen them affect my benefits and unlimited services. So, anything else?
Yeah. Why do the most successful people in MCA making a lot of money every week not share with others what they're doing?
Oh yeah, this is a good one. Yes. Woo, we get to it with this. I might hurt some feelings on this one, okay? And I'm being honest. This is called polarity here. We gotta hide your face. I guess gotta draw the line. You're on this side or that side. You know, you're with us or you're not, right? There's a lot of people make a lot of money in this company. I remember, I'm gonna talk about the names of who I saw, who inspired me when I first started, right? Because I can only speak about my experience. I can't speak about someone else's. But Rodney Walker, right? Very known in MCA, makes a lot of money. Chris Childs, I remember seeing him. Angie Long, you know, kudos to her. She does a great job. She's part of ClickFunnels like I am. There's a lot of others. Mr. Goodlife Johnson, he's cool. I like him. These are all inspiring. And who I signed under, Gregory Perdue, is who I signed under, right? There's a lot of other names of people make a lot of money in MCA. You'll see the videos online. You type MCA in YouTube, all kind of stuff pops up, right? But at the end of the day, you know, I always wonder this. I have people that come to me telling me that whether they're trainings or whatever it was, that they didn't really get fully what they expected or what they thought. Well, I'm not here to badmouth nobody else. Everybody trains their own. I know I give free training, me. And some people say, why you do that? Well, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm a man of faith. I believe in the Lord, of course. You know, there's an old saying that says, when you help someone else get what they want, you'll get everything you want. If you put it out there to the universe, much value. I learned this from Mr. Russell Brunson, one of my mentors in marketing and advertising with funnels, right? Put out there to the world massive value. It's going to come back. The Bible talks about it. It's going to come back 100-fold. Yeah. So I've gotten way more value than I've given out because I've given out. Now, I can't speak on them. Everybody has their own way of doing anything. They are successful people. Like I said, I looked to them and got inspired from a lot of them. But I wanted to do it my own way. I wanted to have my own lane. And whoever's following me, sure enough, you can. Like I said, I give trainings for free. I give tutorials, tips. I give all that for free. If you call me, I will pick up that phone. You know what I'm saying? If I can. I can't answer hundreds of people, okay? Because when you do paid advertising, when you do solo ads, banner ads, when you do social media marketing, advertising like that, you're going to have a whole plethora, multitude of people coming in. Tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. That's how people make so much money so quickly every week. Because they're reaching more people. They're paying their hard-earned money so they can get to more people. And the more people you have, you know, we always have that rule of 10. 1 out of every 10 you're going to get. I don't care how bad of a salesman you are, right? You're going to get 1 or 2 out of every 10 if you just keep being consistent, right? So you bring a lot of people in, they see what you have, you're going to get 1 or 2 out of every 10. Well, some people say that's bad numbers, right? Well, it's not bad when you got 10,000 people coming, right? It's not bad when you got 5,000, 100,000. When you're exposing that many people to what you got, of course you're going to pick up a lot, you know, whether it's email list or whatever have you. So that's what I want to say about that. I don't think they're sharing because, you know, they share in their own way. But I know I didn't look to anyone to share. No one shared with me. When I first joined under Gregory Perdue, and when I was looking at reaching out to different people, no one shared with me. No one got back in touch with me, and that's not a bad thing. That's called a lesson learned, right? You are in charge of your success. That's why I use the role model name. I'm looking to be that indirect source that people can look at me and they can get all what they need and just go and be successful, right? Because I didn't have that, and I didn't look for that. You know, Rich Dad always talks about you are in charge of your own spirit, your own income. So it's what you do. It's not what someone else does, right? So that's what I can say. I hope that answered your question, you know, but I don't know why, if you had that bad experience, I don't know why they're not sharing. I don't know what team you're on, but I would say get back in touch with that person and, you know, just stay consistent with it. But worst come to worst, you could do what I did. I got a lot of my answers from corporate. I called corporate office, 866-467-2221. Push 1 for English, if you're English speaking and whatnot. And I got all my questions answered. So I didn't have to have a upline, as they call it, a sponsor, or someone to be holding my hand or showing me what to do. Of course, I show my team everything they need to know. But if you don't have that, look to me and I can help you, or call corporate. That's my answer.
Good answer.
Mm-hmm. Any more questions?
Yes. Is MCA hard work to promote and market?
Is MCA hard work to promote and market? Heck no. I hear a lot of people say that, oh, it's hard. If you give it hard work and you stay consistent, No, I agree with the consistent part, but I've been in the military before, okay? Mr. Tim Sales, one of my many mentors I looked at back in the day, he can attest to this. Been in the military, that's hard work. All right, when you're talking about digging ditches, trenches, foxholes, if you've been in the military, you know what I mean, right? That's hard work. Or construction. There's a lot of other things in the world, working a 9 to 5, going to college all day, listening to boring lectures, that's hard work, right? Working temp jobs. You know, you wouldn't believe the temp jobs I had when I first got started, before MCA got going, right? Working in ice boxes and freezers, cold climate weather, just to get money, getting $8, $9 an hour. That's hard work, right? MCA is not hard work to share. You know, when you share information about a good movie, right? Or if you share about a pregnancy or someone got married, if you share when someone has some good news happen to them, they graduated from school or they got a new car, new home, right, a new wife or husband or spouse, right? You're sharing that with a bunch of people, right? Is that hard? No, that's not hard, is it?
No, not at all.
No. So miss me with that. Anybody saying a hard work. If you ever hear someone say it's hard work to do this, but if you give it your all, your hard work, no. What they probably mean is, and this is what they mean, and this is what I think it means. There's an old quote that Jim Rohn says, right? It says, if you work hard on yourself other than you do on your job, that's how you'll be more successful. Work harder on yourself than you do for someone else, like a job or something. That's how you be successful, right? And that's books, studying, learning, growing. Work harder on learning how to do this the right way. That's what it means. But MCA is not hard work to promote and market. No way near. Anyone that says that to you, don't believe that. You can if you want to. Use your prerogative. But no, it's not hard to share something. That's not hard. The hard part is figuring out how to reach the masses, how to get to those people who are looking for what you got. That's the part that's hard.
Right.
And that's where Russell Brunson makes that easy, like these 2 books here. I highly suggest you get these. .com Secrets, Expert Secrets. Those books will change your life with knowing how to market, advertise anything, not just MCA, and how to share. I use that with MCA, and that's how it's easy to share, get the word out fast, and get a lot of people coming in, and you get a lot of customers that you can help, a lot of people that you can help with the benefits and services that we got. Right? Any more questions?
Who was your mentor and role model for MCA?
Myself. That's why I always say I came up with the name The Role Model because I didn't have one. That's why I hence came up with the name in the beginning. When I first joined MCA, I looked at the names I gave you: Rodney Walker, Gregory Perdue, Chris Childs, Eric Green. Now, there was many others, but those were people in MCA I looked at in the MCA community and got inspired. Even Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. I got inspired for a lot of these people, right? But my mentor, my role models, as I said, were those names I told you earlier. Authors of books, success coaches, people that are dead and gone now, that the personal development and the self-help movement. Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Earl Nightingale, right? Napoleon Hill, Robert Kiyosaki and Kim Kiyosaki, right? And his whole Rich Dad team, right? Advisors. All of these are people I learned from, authors like of The Richest Man in Babylon, Mr. Klassen, all these are people I learned from. So with that being said, yeah, I became that role model I was looking for, but I didn't really have in MCA someone that I wanted to do it different. I wanted to do it to where I can help people and that I can get the best value out there and with nothing in return I'm asking for. If someone joins my team, great. If they don't, it doesn't matter. They still can get successful looking at these tips and these tutorials and stuff like that, because I'm going to be successful no matter what, right? I'm going to get it because, I just have a knack to want to do that, Anything else? You got any more questions?
No more questions. I just wanted to state some quotes.
Okay, got some quotes. Go ahead. We're going to end it with the quotes.
This quote is, "Quitters never win, and winners never quit."
What? Say that again. Much louder. Say it again.
Quitters never win, and winners never quit.
Quitters never win, winners never quit. Great quote. Right?
And I have one other. To change your reality, you must change your mentality.
You get that? To change your reality,
you must change your mentality.
You got to change your mentality. Excellent.
And that's all I have for these great folks.
All right. Well, I hope we answer your questions. I hope this is valuable, this content. I hope it doesn't fall on deaf ears. Again, until we see you again on the next Q&A, Maurice Trimble Jr. and Michelle Kennedy
is signing off.
Signing off. All right. Have a good one. Peace.
From sun up to sundown, it's AM to the PM with it now. Motor club, see I put it down. It's the MCA sound. Retire young, getting money now.
And there's plenty that can go around.
For verse 2, opportunity the topic, don't knock it. I'ma give you information to put money in your pockets. It'll change your situation, cause it's all about the profits. It's God sent, like the message that came from the prophets. I'ma give you 7 reasons to join MCA, the #1 home-based business, by the way.